The morning I got fired, my boss leaned back in his leather chair, twirling his gold pen, smirking like he'd won. "Timing is everything, Daniel. Too bad yours just ran out." At first, I thought he was just being cruel. Then it sank in, he had fired me just days before my annual bonus payout. $20,000 I had worked a full year to earn, gone. For weeks, I believed him. I was broke, humiliated, convinced I had no chance against a billion-dollar company. But one overlooked document buried in an old box flipped everything upside down. Before I tell you how that single paper saved me, subscribe to Lawful Payback and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. My name is Daniel Reed, 41, from Denver, Colorado. For 12 years, I worked as a regional sales manager for Cortex Systems. I wasn't flashy. I didn't land giant contracts. But I trained new hires, kept clients happy, and consistently exceeded quotas. Every year, the carrot was the bonus, 20% of base salary if you hit quota. That year, mine was worth $20,000. I had crushed my targets. At the holiday party, my boss, Mr. Kessler, even toasted me. Daniel carried this team. 2 weeks later, he called me in. Corporate restructuring. Your role's eliminated. Pack up by Friday. I protested. I just hit 120% of target. He smirked, sliding over the letter, effective immediately. No bonus payout, you weren't employed on the payout date. 12 years erased in 60 seconds. I thought it was a mistake. But that night, a coworker whispered, "They've been doing this for years. Fire people before bonuses. Saves them millions." I called HR. They recited, "Employees must be active on payout day." "But I earned it," I argued. "I'm sorry, Mr. Reed. That's the rule." Emails ignored. Calls unanswered. Security escorted me out when I tried to return. At home, my wife Emily, already exhausted from nursing shifts, spread bills across the table: rent, car repairs, credit cards, braces. That bonus wasn't luxury, it was survival. I tried 3 lawyers. One said not worth it. Another wanted $15,000 upfront. The third shrugged, "They'll bury you in motions." At night, I lay awake hearing Kessler's smug words, "Timing is everything." Friday night, our bank balance, $482. Rent due Monday. I stared at the termination letter, thinking about pawning Emily's ring or selling my truck. Emily whispered, "We'll figure it out." Later, I heard her crying in the bathroom, muffling sobs so our daughter wouldn't hear. That broke me more than losing the job. Even my daughter's innocent question, "Dad, are we still going on vacation?" stabbed my chest. It wasn't just money stolen. It was dignity. But in the middle of despair, a memory surfaced. Orientation day, 12 years earlier. HR handed us a yellow stapled packet. "Keep this copy." Where was it? I tore through boxes in the garage. Hours later, I found it, Bonus Plan Summary, Year 5. One line jumped out. Employees who meet performance targets are entitled to bonus payout, prorated to time of employment, regardless of termination status. My heart raced. It was signed. Binding. I carried it to Sarah Grant, a small employment lawyer in Denver. Her office was cramped, but her eyes lit up. "Daniel, this is gold. They didn't just deny you. They stole from you." We filed suit. Cortex corporate lawyers buried us in motions. But Sarah's associate Marcus dug deeper. In metadata, he found reference to a binder, Bonus Run 2023. We subpoenaed it. They resisted. Judge forced release. Inside were spreadsheets. My name, my bonus, $20,432, approved, calculated, then stamped, voided due to termination. The smoking gun. Trial day. Reporters lined the courthouse. Defense opened. Mr. Reed seeks money he was never entitled to. Policy is clear, no employment at payout, no bonus. Sarah stood, steady. This isn't policy. This is theft. Daniel Reed did his job, earned his bonus, and was fired to cheat him. HR managers testified, employees must be active at payout. On cross, Sarah pressed, show the jury where Daniel agreed to that rule. Silence. Then I testified. Their lawyer sneered. You understood at-will employment? Yes. You knew policies could change? Yes. But earned pay doesn't vanish because it's inconvenient. Jurors nodded. By day 3, things looked grim. The defense was slick, the judge skeptical. Even Sarah whispered, we're hanging by a thread. Then she unveiled the binder. The spreadsheet. My $20,432 bonus, approved, voided. And Exhibit C, Kessler's email. Terminate Reed before payout date. Saves us 20 grand. Gasps. Jurors' jaws dropped. Kessler's face drained white. Defense sputtered objections. Judge overruled. The tide flipped. The jury deliberated just 50 minutes. Verdict, in my favor. Award, $20,432 bonus, $50,000 damages, plus legal fees. When the gavel struck, I felt like I could breathe again. Emily squeezed my hand, tears streaming. Outside, reporters swarmed. Cameras flashed. Kessler shoved past, refusing comment. Sarah whispered, Daniel, you didn't just win for you. You made them think twice. That night, Emily and I sat at the same kitchen table once covered in overdue bills. Now, a check lay between us. It fixed our roof, paid for braces, covered rent. But more than money, it gave me back dignity. Soon, coworkers called. They owe me too. Lawsuits followed. Cortec rewrote policies. Kessler resigned. For me, it wasn't about revenge anymore. It was justice. Proof one man can fight back and win. Now, when I pass Cortec's tower, I don't feel small. I feel like the man who stood up and made them pay. Subscribe to Lawful Payback. The next story will shock you even more.